Most men completely misunderstand attraction because they keep waiting for words that almost never come. A woman will rarely look directly into your eyes and say, "Kiss me," but long before she ever says anything, her body is already speaking loudly. The problem is that most men never learn how to listen. They mistake silence for disinterest, hesitation for rejection, and subtle signals for coincidence. What they call bad luck is often just a lack of awareness. Attraction is rarely spoken outright. It's felt in the space between two people, in body language, in pauses, in ways someone moves closer without realizing it. Research published in Psychological Science suggests that the overwhelming majority of romantic communication happens non-verbally. Words are only a fraction of what's actually being expressed. That means if you're waiting for verbal confirmation every time, you're missing most of the conversation. Women often communicate interest through behavior rather than direct statements because vulnerability is difficult. Hinting feels safer than exposing desire openly. Instead of saying what they want, they signal it through closeness, eye contact, nervous gestures, and subtle invitations that many men overlook completely. One of the strongest signs is physical proximity. When a woman wants to be closer to you, she usually doesn't rush into your space all at once. It happens gradually. She leans in a little more, shifts her body toward you, shortens the distance inch by inch until suddenly she's standing close enough for you to feel her presence differently. Anthropologist Edward T. Hall described intimate personal space as a zone reserved for emotional closeness. When someone willingly enters that space and stays there comfortably, it's rarely accidental. Even more important is how she reacts when you move slightly closer. If she doesn't pull away, that silence often says more than words ever could. If she mirrors your movement and leans in too, the tension between you becomes unmistakable. Another powerful signal involves the lips. Many women subconsciously draw attention to them when attraction is building. Lip biting, lip licking, applying gloss, or lightly touching the mouth can all appear during moments of romantic tension. But the deeper clue isn't just the gesture itself. It's where her eyes go while she's doing it. When her gaze repeatedly drops to your lips during conversation, it often signals growing physical attraction. Sometimes she may touch her lips absent-mindedly while listening to you speak, not because she's bored, but because her nervous system is reacting emotionally. Attraction creates excitement, and the body often responds through self-soothing gestures without conscious awareness. Hair touching is another classic signal that happens more often than people realize. A woman may repeatedly adjust, twirl, flip, or brush back her hair during conversation. On the surface, it seems meaningless, but psychologically it's linked to self-presentation and nervous energy. She wants to look attractive while simultaneously drawing attention toward her face and neck. When she exposes her neck by moving her hair aside, it can signal trust and openness because the neck is one of the most vulnerable areas of the body. The repetition matters. One adjustment means nothing. Constant touching throughout the interaction usually means her emotions are actively engaged. Then comes a moment most men remember long after it's gone. The sudden quietness before intimacy. Right before a kiss is about to happen, conversations often slow down naturally. The energy changes. Her voice becomes softer, movements calmer, and eye contact deeper. It's not awkward silence. It's charged silence. The nervous system shifts into anticipation, and everything feels suspended for a few seconds. Mutual eye contact that lasts longer than normal, without discomfort, creates an intense emotional connection. Many men ruin this moment because the silence makes them nervous. They break the tension with jokes, random comments, or distractions because they don't understand what's happening. But often, she isn't waiting for another sentence. She's waiting for courage. Mirroring is another deeply researched sign of attraction. When someone likes you, they subconsciously begin matching your body language, posture, pace, and expressions. You lean forward. She leans forward. You smile softly. She mirrors it back. As attraction grows, the synchronization becomes even stronger. Sometimes both people instinctively tilt their heads in opposite directions at the same moment, unconsciously positioning themselves for a kiss before either person realizes it. This kind of mirroring is difficult to fake because it happens automatically when emotional connection is genuine. One of the most overlooked signs happens at the very end of an interaction. The conversation is technically over, yet she keeps finding reasons to stay a little longer. She remembers one more story, asks another question, fumbles with her keys, or stretches out the goodbye for no logical reason. These delays are rarely accidental. They create extra moments, extra opportunities, extra chances for something emotional to happen before the encounter ends. Many women prefer the man to initiate the first kiss, but they also create situations that make it easier for him to do so. Lingering is often a silent invitation for the moment to continue. At the same time, none of these signals are guarantees or permissions. Attraction should never be treated like entitlement. These are indicators, not contracts. The real point is awareness, the ability to notice what another person is communicating emotionally instead of being trapped inside your own anxiety or distractions. What makes someone unforgettable is rarely perfect looks or perfect lines. It's presence, it's attentiveness, it's the feeling of being genuinely seen and understood. In the end, the kiss itself is not the real secret. The real secret is the awareness that makes the moment possible.